Hey there folks, my name is Daizoren and welcome back to Hollow Knight Silksong. I'm actually recording this audio after I recorded the gameplay because I had recorded this on my PS5 and then realized that I forgot to turn my mic on my headset. So I am recording this after the fact because I still at least have the game footage. And so yeah, I did stream the first episode of this, but then I've been really enjoying recording, like with Resident Evil 8 Village, and so I decided I would just record this, one, to see what the quality would be like, which obviously now I'm going to have to record a third one because I didn't get a chance to really listen to the audio quality, but also to... I felt like streaming, I'm not as high energy when I'm streaming as I am when I'm recording. And so, and I've just been really getting back into like editing and wanting to do a little bit more of that. Obviously, I know my edits have not been to the same level that they once were. Like I'm still kind of letting things be kind of raw in terms of like the recordings, but I've been having a lot of fun with it again. So I've decided that I'm just going to probably resort to just recording with some streaming here and there. Maybe if I stream like, with my fiance or something like that. But yeah, so we jumped back into Silksong and it's been a little bit since I played it. So I was trying to remember the mechanics. I was trying to remember what happened last time, trying to figure out where I needed to go and what I needed to do. So the beginning of this is a lot of just exploration, me trying to kind of get my grasp on things all over again. There were a couple places that I found, and I was just, I got a little confused thinking like, oh, is this someplace I've been before? Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, I think it is. So there's a lot of that starting out here. And then, yeah, I was forgetting some of the controls, so I wanted to take a look to see if there were some controls that I had forgotten about. So here I am doing that. And yeah. And I found these guys. Flea Master, I took your request from the wish wall in the pilgrim camp. Are you seeking fleas to join your caravan? Oh yes, the time has come for us fleas to find each other and travel together, as has happened through generations before. The many fleas of this kingdom should be flocking to our caravan, but times have become dangerous. You feel it too, yes? Our poor cousins out there in hiding. But do I understand you rightly, stranger? You will help the poor lost fleas, truly? I am traveling these lands for my own reasons, Flea Master. However, if I happen upon any fleas on my travels, I will aid them as best I can. We do come across a couple of those during this. Oh, okay, I could ask for nothing more. They must be all hiding or stuck in dangerous places, but if you rouse them, they are sure to find their way here to us. May the kingdom bless your travels and keep you safe, stranger. You are welcome to rest here with us whenever the road brings you back. Some beasts here, I see them eat through the bony ground. Is very smart. Bone is everywhere, much abundant. If only I had such stomach. Har har! Is warm here, you agree? Is very. What does it say? Cozy? The Flea Master, though, is always want to move on. We will be dragged away somewhere much worse soon, I think. I had so much trouble reading that the first time. Because, the English is off. So, and obviously, that's purposeful, but it's weird. And I don't have a map of this area. That's locked off, so let's check over here. Whoop-ah! Whoop-yow! And whoop-yow! Ow. Ow. The frayed rosary string. That's the other thing, and I actually can't remember at this point. There is an item that I do get. I go over here because I'm like, you know what? There's a healing area right here. I might as well heal up. But the rosary strings, and then there's some other item I start collecting in this that I have no idea what it's for. Yeah. Washaba! Washaba! Lots of spiky spikes. Me no like the spiky spikes. Right, so I was like, oh, I remember this area. I remember coming over here. But I can't get up there. So, what do I do? Where do I go? I'll go this way. It is weird recording this audio after the fact, though. That's for sure. And I remembered coming through here. Well, not yet. Soon enough I do. I remember that this is an area I've been. Because there was somebody here, but... Yeah, no, I hit this a couple times, it doesn't do anything. Because I've already used it. I'm like, huh. Leap of faith. Leap of faith. Leap of faith. No. No, I just fall down. No, leap of faith. Leap of faith. This is where I remembered where I was at. I was like, oh yeah, I remember going over here. There was somebody over here on the left. But they're not here anymore. Where did they go, I wonder? So this is an area that I thought I had been to before. I was like, oh, I know this area. And no, it turns out this is not an area I've been to before. This is a new area for me. And then these things. Pilgrim shawls. I don't know what these are for. So I am getting them, though, from every one of these enemies that I am killing. And I don't know what they're for. I don't know what you use them on. Or if they're like a material for crafting or what. But this is where I was like, okay, this is not where I've been, because these would not be here if that were the case. Ow. And yeah, that thing doesn't give anything, so. Obviously there's an area over there I can't get to. See, a lot of these pilgrim shawls, no idea what they're for. So if somebody knows in the comments, definitely let me know. I'd appreciate it. And then it's just a big old circle. And now I'm back here. I can open this up. And then I go up here because I'm like, okay, is this the area I'm familiar with? Yes. This is where I usually go because the right side is transportation. I'm like, yeah, okay, this I'm familiar with. I know this area. I don't need to come back here right now. So then I think, oh, well, maybe my new transportation is able to take me places that maybe aren't places I've been to yet. And then I'm like, you know what, never mind. I'm going to take a look over here and see what's over in this area. Turns out, a new area. Bong. Yay. Safe spot. And now we've entered the Morrow. And this is where I couldn't jump up. So now I've been able to unlock that, which is nice. But yeah, I am kind of curious what people think as far as like me either streaming or recording. I feel like most people who watch my content really don't care either way. They're just happy to You guys are just happy to be getting content. But let me know if you have a preference. I definitely know right now. I also, I explained this to Marv. I was telling him, because he was streaming, that I feel like I go through phases where I really enjoy streaming. It's a lot of fun, and I like streaming. And then I kind of get bored of it. And then I get to recording, and I get kind of really hyper fixated and have a lot of fun with recording. And then it's just like, okay, so I gotta find my balance, I guess. And I die to a freaking fly. But I'll do recording for a while, really get into it, and then after a while I get bored of it, and then go back to streaming. That is very much the ADHD in me. That is part of that hyperfixation, loss of interest, like variety and consistency dynamic that people with ADHD have, where I can hyper focus on wanting to do one specific thing for like months and months on end, and then after so long it gets really boring and I don't want to do it anymore, and I just stop entirely. And I have to replace that with something else, and that is exactly what has happened. I think streaming was fun, I really enjoyed it, and now I'm like, now I'm bored of that, I want to do something else. So instead of just doing something entirely different, I'm still making content, just in a recording basis. So still works, still gets content out. It's a little bit more short form, which is nice, especially given my schedule. For those who did not see the I'm done video, I am now a licensed therapist. I am doing a mental health counseling, and I love it. It's awesome. It's what I've wanted to do since I was like 18 years old. So like it took half of my life to get to this point, but I'm finally here. And but I still obviously want to continue doing the stuff that I enjoy doing, which is playing video games, making videos, all that fun stuff. And thankfully, the private practice that I'm working for now is very much part of that, and enjoys that kind of stuff. The guy who owns the private practice I'm a part of also does streaming. He's a big gamer, so we'll be using gaming as a way to kind of also discuss mental health, and I think that that's awesome and cool, and exactly like a good use of this platform. So I know I don't get as many views as I used to, and I know that probably most people who are subscribed at this point are no longer on YouTube or watching YouTube, but those of you who are, appreciate it, and hopefully we can make something out of this again. We can make this a little bit of a community again, and kind of get back to what was so great about this. And I die again to a frickin' fly! A fly! I gotta go murder that fly. Time to murderize the flies. I hate flies. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's just I'm slowly shifting from what job I'm working right now into being a full-time therapist. I should be a full-time therapist by January. And then, I'm continuing to do this stuff. It's been great. And it's really, I was saying it to Marv too, because it seems like Marv has been actually making more content lately. He was streaming more often and everything. But, I feel like it kind of feels like old times. I feel like I've got that spark back, to create and to want to make videos and do all the stuff that I really enjoyed doing, when I first started doing this stuff. And I mean, I've been making YouTube videos for, oh my god, how long now? Since 2007. So, 18 years. I've been making YouTube videos for 18 years. Jesus Christ. And it's just I've felt like I've got that spark back, and it's been really nice. I've been enjoying it, and hopefully that will just continue. We've got I don't know if I'm gonna be able to play it just because of my computer, but Routine is finally coming out. The time I'm recording this, I think it's actually next week or something like that. Let me see here. Okay, it's coming out on December 4th, so in a couple of weeks. And oh, this is one of those fleas. Those are one of the fleas that we helped them get back home. I don't know what the system requirements for this game are going to be. Let me see if it says anything on the Steam page, because it might show. System requirements, it does not say. It says to be announced. So, we don't know what the system requirements are going to be yet for Routine. Hopefully, it won't be too crazy. In the air, the water everywhere, inside their shells, twisted inside, guts. Tightest around heart, pulsing rhythm, sick, alive, dead, maybe worse, deeper, must look deeper. But it is only coming out on Steam and Xbox. I do not have an Xbox Series console. I have a PS5, and it does not look like it's coming out on PS5, unfortunately. But I'm really hoping that my computer will be able to run Routine, but I'm a little worried that it won't. So I might not be able to do Routine, at least at first. It might be something I have to play later on, but I am excited for it regardless, and fingers crossed my PC will be able to handle it. It very much looks the same as it did when it first came out, but I don't know. We'll see. It looks like they've just been working on it this whole time and just kind of perfecting it and optimizing it, hopefully. But as of right now, I don't know what the specs are, so we shall see. Another pilgrim shawl, which I don't know what they're for. They make such weird noises. So yeah, but I will obviously, if I'm able to run it, I will run it. If I'm unable to run it, I won't run it. I'll probably still buy it just so that I have it in my Steam library. But yeah, that's gonna be a pain in the butt if it's got newer spec requirements. At least I died to a giant spider this time and not a fly. Makes me feel a little bit better this time. The one thing about this game that I think I'm still trying to wrap my head around is definitely the downward, angled attack. It does take some getting used to for sure, and you'll see even in this, I struggle with it a bit. Ooh. Like there, perfect example. There we go. Grab all this and go get my body. But it definitely comes into play later on in this video, actually, where I'm having to be a little bit more careful with my attacks and getting to know how this attack works. Especially for the upcoming boss fight. I am very curious about these areas, though. I've run into two now where there's a platform, but there doesn't appear to be anything in the area. Obviously, I will probably unlock some ability that will let me do something to get that area unlocked, whatever is there. And down to 1 health again. So glad that I'm like looking down so I can see what I'm doing and what I'm coming up to. Whew. That was a close one. Craft metal. Also don't know what that is, but it sounds like it would be a metal band that strictly makes songs about Minecraft. Craft metal. Yeah, at this point I'm just like taking a look, seeing what I have here, and then that's when I realized that was the lost flea. There are 5 of them. We do find another one during this video. The one thing I will say about this the quality of this video though. So again, I recorded this on the PS5. I uploaded it to YouTube as a private video, downloaded it so that I could do the video, the dubbing, or overdub it. Here's where I get to learn is this where I learn it? Is this where I've realized what I need to do here? Yes, it is. And I'm like, oh, great. Yeah, that's going to take some getting used to. But I'm definitely noticing quite a bit of the quality of the video, and it's very well probably because I downloaded it off of YouTube, and now I'm watching that video, which is compressed, and then I'll be uploading this to YouTube. It'll probably be even more compressed. So I'm sorry if this looks like absolute shit. Hopefully the next recording I'll remember to turn my mic on and it won't be a problem. Yeah, you can see I'm practicing here, trying to figure out this system and how it works. Still gonna take some time to figure that out. Balls! And I saw this, I was like, oh shit. Alright, here we go. Oh boy. And I only have 1 health. Though I'm pretty sure the fact that they're red indicates that it's just a one-hit kill. I mean, at least that's what I'm assuming. Why would they color them differently if that wasn't the case, you know? And I was like, oh, yay, lots of money. But now I have to go back the way I came. Of course. Look at me getting it down. Getting that ability learned. Alright, and now I go all the way back down. And go over here. What do we got over here? That animation was really cool though. Alright, I'm gonna check over here first. More balls! And what's over here? I'm like, I'll come back. Let's take a look around. Because I'm like, I really probably should find a safe spot at this point. I'm like, alright, let's go this way. Go check out what's going on over in this area. Lots of dead bodies. That's probably not a good sign. Oh, that guy looks like he might be a boss. So, yeah, no, I'll come back to that. We'll go explore down below and see what's down there first. Into the black abyss. And I see the sign. I'm like, oh, does that mean, is that a save area? Indeed it is. Yay. You know, do a little bit of practice, training. There you go. Decided to explore this area a little bit. Turns out it's like a prison. Ahoy, you there! Get us out of here, since win's a little light thievery worth a lifelong sentence. And then this person attacks me, even though I just let them out of their cell. Like, come on, man. And so now I'm just like, oh, well, do I even want to unlock or let this other guy out? Because he might attack me too. But let's try it. Because I need to get to that. I'm a little hesitant, you can tell. I'm like, oh, okay, let me save, and just in case. Alright, are you going to attack me as well? I'm going to guess yes. But the reality is, no. Oh, free at last! Locked up here much too long, we was. Nasty place to keep poor little snitch bag like Grindle. Snitch bag. Hoy, you're smelling fancy. You got some pockets under your cloak? Hiding away some goodies for us to pilfer. Beware your greed, thief. You'd be dead before your claw reached my cloak. Oh, never mind then, bully. Plenty of tasties lying around for us down here. We smells them. Locking us up in a place like this, what a shameful act. Straight pin, new tool. So let's go equip that. Light throwing tool designed for rapid attacks. So up and R1, which I didn't even use it during this. So I see the spikes. I'm like, all right, you know what? Let's go check out that dude first and see what happens. And lo and behold, it is a boss fight. Ah! Ah! And that might be the fastest death I've had in the game so far. Not sure for certain, but I think it's up there. All right, let's try it again. Man, fell for the same exact thing again. So you can see, like, I'm trying to utilize that ability. And it's good practice. It's good practice for me. Ow. And it's at this point that I realize I use the D-pad on the PS5 when I'm playing this. Any 2D games I usually switch to D-pad just because I'm a 90s kid. I grew up with Genesis, Super Nintendo, where the D-pad was the thing, and 2D games were played on a D-pad. And so playing this game with the D-pad, my thumb was starting to hurt. Because I'm also just getting older, right? I'm 37 at this point. And so I'm using the D-pad, trying to, like, press down and right, down left, like, and moving my thumb back and forth to try to, like, make that work, and my thumb's starting to hurt, and I'm like, oh shit, am I gonna have to, like, try to relearn how to do this with an analog stick? Ultimately, I decide against that. I think I try it for one of these fights, and it doesn't go well. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to stick with the tried and true D-pad. There we go. Nope, nope, I got cornered. Oh. Yeah, once I got cornered like that, that was game over. All right, let's try again. I think at this point I might be using the analog stick. Starting to get the, you know, some of the patterns down here, but still getting my ass kicked. All right, here we go. Oh, what a way to start. Oh, what a way to start. Down to 1 health, pretty much right at the beginning. And that's, yeah, I think I used the analog stick there as well. And I'm just like, you know what? I think I'm just going to go back to the D-pad. Yeah, that's how I realized I could start hitting him before the fight even began. Alright, let's do this. Ow. Okay, down to 1 health again. Can we manage it? Can we make it through? I honestly don't remember at this point if I made it through this one, if this was the winner or not. I don't think it is, but... Oh, right! That's right. I remembered I could... I got my health back. Hey, it is the one that I won. Yay. And then I'm like, does he not drop anything? Really? Nothing? Okay. Moving on. Get some shards. And I'm like, oh, how bad would it be if I just died right there? Hunter's March. It's a new area. And I'm like, oh. Oh, great. Don't die. Please don't die. Ow. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm down to 1 health. And here we go. Hey, another lost flea. Oh, woo! And I think it was at this point that I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna head back to save and replenish my health. And I think that's where I'm gonna call it. But yeah, so again, I'm going to try to record again with the PS5 and try not to forget to turn on my mic and see how the quality is with that. And then once that is done, then we'll see how that is. But let me know in the comments if you guys want more recorded videos, streams. Doesn't matter. Let me know. But yeah, I think that's about it. So thank you all so much for watching. You guys know what the channel happened, and thank you very much for that. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.